ReplyTwin is your clone on Instagram that will reply to all your comments 24 hours a day. It will boost your visibility, save you a huge amount of time, help improve your reputation, and generate sales. Our service is approved by Meta and therefore by Instagram. If you are a brand, an artist, an influencer, or an online business, you'll be able to turn every comment into a real opportunity. Because yes, if you have Instagram, you know just like I do that there are comments you don't reply to and the current solutions just send a generic response. But in reality, every comment is an opportunity, yet most of them are lost. It actually reminds me of someone who left a comment on an Instagram account and asked a very simple question to an influencer they liked, and the influencer didn't reply. And afterwards, they reacted very negatively. You should know that an unhappy customer will contact an average of 9 other people, so the impact is huge, even though we could turn this into an opportunity automatically. And according to our studies and tests, by replying to all these comments, you can achieve 15 to 30% growth, stability, brand awareness, and reputation quality on Instagram. And if you're not doing it right now, it's simply because you don't have the time to do it, and sometimes you might be neglecting certain comments where people would be very happy to get a response. So we offer a stable, radical, reliable, and painless solution that will allow you to clone yourself very quickly. And this clone will work in your place. In fact, we've seen with our first clients that there's a boost in engagement of 10, even up to 30% because followers know that the creator, the brand, will respond directly to all comments. And this sends an extremely positive signal to Instagram and boosts your visibility. And if you're wondering, we are perfectly complementary to major solutions like ManyChat, which allows you to automate message sending. But know that we're working on an even more effective solution. And you may have already experienced this when using ManyChat or other automation services. When someone leaves a comment, they receive a completely generic reply and end up getting frustrated and never get a real answer. Or worse, they might receive the same message a second time. And these are disastrous situations because your followers, who are valuable, end up feeling a bit neglected. And by the way, I really like this saying, but ignoring is responding in a negative way. And silence in response to a question is perceived as disrespect. To give you some statistics on the almost irreversible damage, 42% of people expect to receive a response on social media within an hour. Just imagine, with this solution, you'll be able to satisfy them. And if you use messages that are too automated, 34% of people who receive those messages end up unfollowing the page. With us, every comment will be truly personalized because we know your content inside out and you won't have to write anything. The AI takes care of everything. Of course, you'll have the option to approve the response or not, or to trigger it automatically. And the number one reason for having haters is ignoring comments, ignoring their calls. And I think that if you have an Instagram account, you've already experienced this. Someone asks a question, then gets impatient, and then a hater or someone else says, well, they never reply anyway. Those two people will be lost, but other people, the silent majority, will read those comments and you'll lose a huge number of sales and followers because of it. So we go beyond generic, overly robotic responses, those things where only the very first comment triggers an automation. We can provide you with replies in the comments, up to 10 different responses, so you can generate a link and a conversation with the person. And also, we know all your reels. We automatically read all the transcriptions of your reels, and in less than a minute, your clone that will reply to comments knows all of your Instagram content and can even share links, recommend reels, which means your followers or people who start following you will stay much longer on your page. And again, that's a positive signal for Instagram. And it has to be said, on our end, the deliverability rate is excellent. And all of this is generated in less than 30 seconds. In less than 30 seconds, ReplyTwin understands your reels, your content, and your tone of voice. So we really make sure to respect your brand and your way of speaking. The goal is to respond naturally to all comments and to do so as relevantly as possible. And as I mentioned, we are a service validated by Meta, so we operate in accordance with Meta's rules. And just to give you an estimate, out of 1,000 comments in a month, you might have about 200 comments that go unanswered. And I think there are actually even more than that. That's a potential loss of about 20 sales. If you sell a product for 20 euros, you're losing 400 euros. Now, if you have much more traffic, you can imagine the impact. And yet, we're only talking about the monetary impact here. As we saw earlier, the impact on on your brand's perception can be extremely negative. That's why it's absolutely essential to address all of this. And this is something I experienced myself, which is why we developed ReplyTwin. It worked so well that we decided to turn it into a service. Here's what will happen. We will clone the exact DNA of your Instagram account. The process is super simple. You log into ReplyTwin with the link and then you connect your Instagram account. It's just 2 clicks. Then step 2, our AI will scan all of your Instagram content. We will read the descriptions of your posts and reels, but we'll also read the transcriptions of your reels. If you speak in them, we'll fully understand what you're talking about, as well as all the surrounding information, your name, bio, and comments. And we'll use all of that to adapt your clone, which will automatically reply using your tone of voice and knowing exactly what to share when someone asks it a question. And if, for example, you have specific links to provide, like affiliate links or links to your website, you can add them and the AI will know how to share them. If someone asks you a question, for example, about the service you offer, the clone will be able to reply to comments and recommend the most relevant link. Once that's done and set up and everything is configured automatically, you just have to add any extra information if you want, and then your clone will start responding in accordance with Meta's rules. You then have access to a dashboard where you can see the clicks on different links, the time you've saved, the number of conversations and comments that have been answered, and at the same time, you'll also get insights. You'll be able to discover which topics are most requested by your audience. So, as a result, you get a huge time savings, increased visibility, and better performance with the algorithm. You'll satisfy all your followers, and on top of that, you'll have data to understand what's happening on your channel and what questions people are asking about your service. You can manage every comment and follow the different discussions on our interface or add new ones. As mentioned, you can review and exclude, if you wish, certain information that we have automatically scanned from your Instagram account, and we provide a live chat link that you can add directly to your profile. It's not mandatory, but now anyone who wants to chat with you or your brand can, thanks to this live chat, talk to you directly. So, to sum up, stop wasting time trying to manage all this manually. You can now multiply your results by entrusting the management of Instagram comments to ReplyTwin. You'll have a better chance of being followed. Everything we're going to do, replying to comments, having multiple responses, engaging people, recommending other reels, will really please Instagram's algorithm. We're going to improve your reputation because every question will get an answer. We'll reduce the dissatisfaction of people who didn't get a response, as well as your haters who will no longer have a reason to say, well, they never reply. And then, at night, we'll also recommend the links you've provided. So, we'll promote the sale and recommendation of your own content automatically. And also, know that our AI is stable and cautious. It will never venture into dangerous territory even if comments try to provoke you on topics unrelated to your brand, which is why you can let it run with complete confidence. What's more, we're currently offering an extremely low introductory price. And on top of that, we offer a free 14-day trial. So, join us now, and if you have any questions at all, you can chat directly with the team in the bottom right corner and ask your questions. We'll be there to help you. Thank you, and see you soon on ReplyTwin.